it's Tina, and today I'm going to show you how to make this elegant card box. I originally made this one to hold a special card for a wedding, but once you know how to make the box itself, you can decorate it for absolutely any occasion. Weddings, anniversaries, sympathy cards, or even keepsakes. It's really one of those designs that you'll come back to time and time again. So it is designed to fit a standard 6x4-inch card, even if you like a little dimension, pearls, ribbon, flowers, all that good stuff. And I'm going to walk you through step by step how you can make one of these easy boxes. And you can use what you already have. Now, before we start, my hands, you may notice, look a little well-loved today. And that would be because I've been tea dyeing paper like crazy. And apparently, tea stains skin just as beautifully as it stains paper. Who knew? I've always used coffee before, so this was a learning experience. Gloves will definitely be making an appearance next time. So yes, I'm really excited because I'm going to make a journal with all of that. Okay, so we're going to work on the box, and I have also created a PDF tutorial. I know you guys love to have printables that you can tuck inside a binder for when you want to come back to these. So you will find this printable over on my blog because I love ya and I appreciate you. So that's what we're going to be following today. And I've gone ahead and cut everything out to make things super quick and easy for you. So the finished card box is going to measure 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 and 1 inch. So again, this little extra bit of space allows you to put a card in. Plus, if you want tissue paper and a few little gifties, you can do that. Or if you want it for trinkets. Okay, so my box base, the bottom, measures 8 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then the box top measures 8 3/8 by 6 3/8. Okay, so that's those two pieces, and then I've cut 2 pieces. Oh, and I'm using Fairy Vanilla. And for the belly band, I'm using 2 pieces that measure 8 1/2 by 1 1/2. Now, I made my belly band to go across lengthwise, but of course you could do it this way as well. Easy to change that up. And then for the embossed panel, this lid panel measures 6 1/8 by 4 1/8 inches because I wanted to have that little extra bit of Fairy Vanilla showing. I have gone ahead and pre-cut my labels. I love the extra dimension that these give when you stack them together. So I am using the Retired Something Fancy dies, and it's these 3 right here that I used. So you can use any punch, any die you want if you want to recreate this. So I have the large and the smallest in the white, and then the middle layer in Fairy Vanilla. The only other things I'm using for this box is my pearls and my ribbon, which I thought I pulled it out. Yes, I did. It's right here. Okay, so let's press on. You guys won't believe how easy this is to make, and it's just going to be one of those boxes you can come back to time and time again for so many different occasions. All right, let me get my scoring board. I like using my scoring board from Stampin' Up! You can use the paper trimmers that have the scoring blade in them, but I'm just going to use this. Now, easiest way to do this is just imagine you're going to score 1 inch all the way around. Okay, so 1 inch. This is a 6 1/4 by 8 1/4 piece, by the way. Oh, we went off track there a little bit. And then 1 inch. Do the same thing with this piece. Hold it now, that doesn't look right. This needs to be 8 3/8, which it is, by 6 3/8, which it's not. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to cut that down. Okay, let's continue on. 1 inch. 1 and 1. So this is my 6 3/8 by 8 3/8. What I like to do before I do any cutting is just go across every, what have I got on there? I don't know. But I like to go across every score mark with my bone folder. Okay. And of course you can make these boxes in any color of cardstock. You guys know that. But I'm going with an elegant theme. So the next part is cutting the score lines on 2 opposite sides to form tabs. So there's no right or wrong if you cut these ones or if you cut lengthwise, as long as it's the same top and bottom. So I'm just going to go and do that, right? Here's my tabs. And I'm going to do that for both pieces. Again, doesn't matter if you go this direction and you're going to see as you assemble the box just how sturdy this is, which is one of the reasons why I love this style, because it not only holds the card properly, but it won't squish all your hard work, which I don't know about you, but I've had that happen. So now we are going to add some glue, and we're just simply going to fold things over. So I like to fold the tabs on the inside. So just add a little bit of glue and then just line up your corners. Oops. Let's just hold that in place for a second. I'm going to miss one. You can use tape as well, of course. And these 2 flaps. So we'll do those at the same time. And I'm just going to fold this up. I like using the glue because it gives me a little bit more wiggle room. But if I'm in a hurry, even glue dots can save the day when you need to package something up lickety-split. Okay. So there's that portion done. I'm going to do exactly the same for the lid. Okay, so once the box itself is together, you can check to make sure it fits your card, which I always like to do this before I move on to the next step, which is decorating. Just for peace of mind, let's just make sure those flaps are down good, and you want to make sure that the lid fits over the box. So let's just put the lid on, and perfect. It's a little bit loose. It's a loosey goose, but it's good. Now, this is where you can totally make it your own for whatever occasion you want this box for, or even if it's just for yourself. I'm going to keep this in the classic elegant style, but don't feel locked into that, because now that you know how the box works, your top can be as simple or as fancy-pantsy as you like. I'm going to be using the pearls, and I'm going to finish this box the same way I originally created this one. Just so that you can see how easy this is to put together. But I am going to change the embossing folder. I had used the Country Floral embossing folder. These retired from Stampin' Up. But now I'm going to use the layered floral just for a little bit of, you know, just to have a little bit of a variety. And then I'm going to show you a few other ways you can finish these boxes so you can see how versatile this design really is. Okay, so I'm going to run this through my embossing folder. It's so pretty. And I absolutely love embossing folders. If you guys have been watching my videos for some time, you know how much I love embossing folders. So if you go back and look through some of my videos, imagine using some of the techniques that I've shown using embossing folders on top of this box. Like, holy moly. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so I'm just using my tape gun to put this onto the box. Got something on there. I don't know what that is. Okay. Now, belly band time. I think this would also be really pretty run through an embossing folder, but we're going to keep it easy. And I'm going to use a little bit of tear and tape to adhere these two pieces together. Okay, and this is going to have lots of extra on the tail end. And if you're going, you know, this way, then it doesn't have to be as long, but I'm going to go this way. So what I like to do is wrap it around like so. And then I kind of cheat. I just fold instead of scoring. Now, some of you may prefer to score, but I just do it this way, honestly. Okay, now I'm going to slide that off. Now, whatever this is, it's kind of bugging me, so I'm just going to take my little eraser. There, it's gone. Terrific. Now, you can secure your belly band two different ways. You can have it so that it overlaps on the top, and then your label will hide where it meets, and then it will look like this on the back. Or you can do this, where you flag it. Oh, needs a little bit more. And put this on the bottom. So I'm going to put some tear and tape on here. Okay, so now this is going to be my top portion. Wrap this around. Okay, so now on the back side I have this little flagged portion, which I like. You could also shift it around so that the flag is over here. Do you know what I mean? Jelly bean. So you can do whatever makes you happy, whatever you want to do. I'm just sharing what I did. All right, so time for the labels. Now I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on this one, whereas on this one I used the foam adhesive sheets, both from Stampin' Up, because I wanted to show you the difference in the height. Oh, and we need to put the ribbon on. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my glue, Stampin' Dimensionals down. And I'm not going to put anything on this one yet, the small white one, because I am going to stamp that, of course. Okay, so those are ready to go. Now I need my ribbon. So I'm taking my tear and tape again, and I'm just going to wrap it right around. Okay, and then I'm going to start with my ribbon. And so Valentine's is coming up, and so I'm going to share some great ideas on how you can turn this into a Valentine's gift. Imagine putting some chocolates in it. There's just so many things you can do. And then I'll line that up, trim it. And I'm going to need a little bow. So while I have my ribbon out, I'm going to bring in my little ribbon maker, and I'm just going to make a tiny little bow. Originally, I wasn't sure about making a big bow or a little bow, but I really like how the little bow looks. Because, you know, sometimes these crafting decisions are serious business, my friends. But I must say, I do like the little bow. Okay. There we go. Let's trim this up. Beautiful. Lovely. Okay, so let's put these on, and then all that's left is stamping and adding my pearls. And I can't wait to show you the other ideas on how you can use this box. I showed a little bit at the beginning of the video. Just fling those backings off. We'll clean up the desk later. Okay. There we go. Now, the stamping. For this box, hey, why is that pearl moving? Hang on, I obviously didn't push that down enough. For this one, I used To the Cutest Couple Ever, Happy Wedding Day. I'm just going to keep it the same sentiments. And I just used black memento. You could use a different color. You could even emboss it in gold if you wanted to. Should we do a different color? Let's do this one in early espresso. Okay, and just so you know, I'm living on the edge with this stamp and this tag because it literally just barely fits. So, sometimes it's easier to stamp and then die cut, but let's give this a whirl. Oh, just got her in there. Perfect. Okay, To the Cutest Couple Ever. Okay. Now we'll put that on the box. Okay. And now my ribbon. So I'm going to use glue dots. Where are my glue dots? Here we go. Okay. So I do like to use glue dots to hold down the tails of my ribbons as well. So we will be doing that. So I'm just going to put this up a little bit. Let's just smush that glue dot under there a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Glue dot. I'll put one here. And then I'm just going to lift up my bow a little bit, or the tail of my ribbon, so it gets a little bit wavy, and then put it down on that glue dot. And do the same thing over here. Just lift it up with my scissors, shift it around a little bit. And put it down. And then, because I don't have enough glue dots on, I'm going to put another one on this second layer, put my scissors inside the ribbon, and just push that down so that it keeps that loop there. And then your bow will retain its shape. There. That side's a little bit smaller than the other. There we go. Pearls. Pearls are next. I'm just going to put one on all four sides. Whoopsie daisy. Uh-oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. There we go. And then one more. It's all these little details. Am I even on camera? I don't even know. I'm going off camera maybe. There you have it. And let me show you the original, right? And the difference is the country floral embossing folder and then the layered floral. I really love how these turned out. It's so elegant, it's practical, it feels really special without being fussy. And I think it's one of those projects that looks more complicated than it really is. So don't forget, I'll have a printable PDF over on my blog with the measurements and steps. So if you'd like to save it or print it out, you can find that linked down below. Thanks to everyone who posted on my Serene Stamper Facebook page when I shared this box asking for the tutorial. So here you go. I hope you all enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, my friends, take care and happy stamping.